Alrighty, hello and welcome back. This was, well, potentially a very, very scary matchup. Mono black, I was thinking it might be some sort of mono black devotion, but turned out to seem like it was a mono black aggro. We had the big enough bodies. Certainly Charging Monstrosaur does eat removal, but Carnage Tyrant, as always, an all-star potentially with that hexproof. Scary stuff for any deck. Now, Meathook Massacre could be a possibility with a deck like this, but Carnage Tyrant being at least at 6 toughness gets the job done. A little bit worried seeing Otepec Huntmaster. Wanted to play it safe and do that Thunderherd Migration. Figured that, you know, there would be something like Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, so just getting a use out of that Thunderherd before the chance of seeing it potentially go away, and then, of course, easily they could take out Otepec Huntmaster. That's for sure. Definitely nice seeing Topiary Stomper. We don't do much with the graveyard, not a problem. It's definitely nice, any deck that can mainboard Graveyard Hate. Oh, double Thoughtseize. Now this definitely got me shedding tears, for sure. I was getting worried. Still pretty positive seeing the Topiary Stomper, but I mean, back-to-back Thoughtseizes it's always tough. So close together. Definitely playing it safe. I was tempted to get the Carnage Tyrant, but I figured I see multiple Topiary Stompers. I'm gonna get to 7 lands, so I think it would be pretty fantastic getting a bunch of them. I still have Raking Claws to maybe give one of them double strike. This is going to get something good. Another Topiary. I was over the moon. I was thinking, oh, this is pretty sweet. A bunch of 4/4 Vigilances. Vigilance. Yeah. Certainly seemed to be the way to go. Applying some fantastic pressure as always. Usually most dinos don't have Vigilance. I have toyed with the idea of adding in some Planeswalkers that provide that, just so I'm not left as open as I sometimes am, but Topiary Stomper, super ramping. I love it. That's not too bad. It's definitely nice seeing them go down in cards, and they're stumbling already in the land department, so we're already in a pretty good position. Might as well make use of Raking Claws. 1 in a red for 4 damage. We got double strike on the Topiary Stomper there. That's worth it, especially because I could see him potentially sweeping the Topiaries, but I figured at this point I probably had him done. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Certainly didn't expect to see 4, but yeah, you gotta love it. Ooh. Not a whole lot they can do. Ouch. It happens to me. It happens to you. Tamiyo safekeeping there. I figured they have, you know, a bunch of removal for sure. Easily they could kill the Otepec Huntmaster, Fatal Push, various things. I'd want to protect either, you know, Marauding Raptor, something a little bit cheaper, or one of the big heavy hitters, Charging Monstrosaur specifically. Just more protection overall. Eventually when I do land that big stuff. Now I could have kept maybe Otepec Huntmaster in, keep up the speed is always nice, and keep in all that protection as well, but yeah, I figured that looked pretty good. Oh, and the charging. Definitely worthwhile since there was the Thunderherd Migration. I'd get to at least that 3rd land on turn 1. Continue a nice curving out. Topiary Stomper, Charging Monstrosaur, lots of options. Of course, revealing Topiary Stomper since I'm planning to play it the next turn. Hopefully no Thoughtseize, but you know that happens often. And it's nice I do have 1 left over to protect them if need be, but I think they'd maybe want to save their removal for something a little bit more problematic, like that Charging Monstrosaur. Figured they'd had something for charging. Went with Thunderherd Migration just to continue to play things safe. They hadn't dealt any damage to me yet, so I certainly felt pretty nice in the life department. Oh, this is good. Could have done Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, I just wanted something hasty. Start applying the pressure with Charging Monstrosaur, knowing that I had that one to protect him. Bam, Blossoming Defense. That's where it's at. Really just wanted to start applying pressure. Hit him for 7 here, 5 next turn. I can still drop Carnage Tyrant. Hopefully getting to a 7th land I'm able to give somebody indestructible, but again, having something that gives indestructible against the that thing there. I forget what it's called. I wish I could look at it, but Death Touch, something that has indestructible. I don't have to worry about that. Kicking the can, it's quite nice. Do. Certainly nice taking out the Gifted Aetherborn. That's what it's called. Yes. Not losing the charging, still having some protection for the charging if need be. And charging again, being out of range of that fatal push there. Certainly they would have tried to kill it if possible. Maybe sacrificing the Field of Ruin to meet the requirement of a permanent leaving the battlefield, but something that costs 5 or more, if you can swing it, whatever deck you're playing, whether it's Dinos. It's kind of nice. Having stuff that dodges Fatal Push, quite simply like that. Sometimes that does the trick. That's not going to do it for you. Yeah, just keep slamming the charging. I mean, still continuing to leave one up for Tamiyo's. I probably could have played a Carnage Tyrant a turn previously, but I just really wanted to keep up that nice hasty aggression, figuring that they'd still try to use their removal on it and use their resources to take out those problematic guys. Going to 10 will not save you. Oh boy. Extinction Event. Ouch. That is painful. Extinction Event, exiling and being not targeting.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
It is a way to get around Carnage Tyrant, unfortunately, with the Extinction Event. Luckily, we didn't have a Carnage Tyrant, and we get to protect him if, you know, they can do something to hexproof. But we shouldn't need to use That's painful. Huh. I was quite surprised. Quite happy to have a backup copy. Certainly, I think 3 to 4 copies of Carnage Tyrant is probably the right way to go.
My secrets? Very well.
I probably wouldn't go less than 3, just because he's so fantastic against a wide variety of stuff. I'm sure they don't have a 3rd Extinction Event.
Blood for knowledge. A fair
It
trade.
could happen. Calatus, oh, you're not going to do much against Carnage Tyrant there, buddy. I'm just glad they didn't have that earlier on. And they wouldn't make zombie tokens if it was Extinction Event, because, again, exiling, technically, creatures don't die, so if we lost, say, 3 Charging Monstrosaurs, yeah, they wouldn't get anything. Man, I love that guy. Bam. Ooh, ouch. Found it too. Oh, my back's against the wall, that's for sure. Do 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 do. Oh, got him. Ouch, painful. Slam the good stuff. Get her done. Have some fun. And there is always room for improvement. See you next time.